Hello and welcome to the Chit Chats about the conference coming up, the 2015 North American Systemic Constellations Conference in San Diego. And I'm Linda Comeau, and today I have with me Jamy and Peter Faust. And their talk at the conference will be on Saturday, November 14th, 10:30 to 12. And the topic is Brief Constellations to the Heart of the Matter. Welcome, Jamy and Peter.
Thank you, Linda. Good morning.
Thank you, Linda.
So, as you know, if you've seen a couple of these videos, everybody wants to know, how do you guys explain constellations?
Well, I will actually share with you what we've described as a constellation in our upcoming book. And what we say is a constellation is a placement of people or place markers that depict a relationship and or a situation in one's life. So pretty simple. I'll say it again. A constellation is a placement of people or place markers that depict a relationship and or a situation in one's life. It can reflect inner feelings and images that are unknowingly carried, bringing new and different perspectives to light. So maybe that's just the briefest way I can say it in terms of what we believe and what we think.
Great, thanks. Okay, and another favorite is, how do you use constellations for self-care?
Well, that is a very good question, Linda, because I think it's about self-care that actually brought us to the constellation work in the first place. And meeting Bert Hellinger and learning about family systems and assisting us with our families. I'm from a very large family. And so when I had learned about constellation work through Bert, and a long story about how we learned about it, but it has completely helped me personally in my own life with all of my family members and extended family. And I'll tell you how much constellation work has completely changed my life in terms of its ability to have helped me come to very deep internal peace with all that's occurs and the good things too in my family that I've now been able to take in and feel well about. So I can only say I use it, it's part of my soul now. So it's gone from the external worrying about the difficulties in relationship to a type of peace.
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree with Jamy. It's changed my life completely. But how I use it now personally as a tool of self-care, I'll use little figurines to set up a situation that I might be in to help myself get some insights that I can't get just by talking about it or thinking about it. I use it to basically get out of my head and again put out what's going on in my head as a visual representation. Kind of like chess pieces until I can feel like, oh, that feels right. That's the next move for me that I need to make, or there's something there that I didn't see. Often what I'll do is I'll use a figurine to place, what aren't I seeing in this situation? Right. What aren't I seeing in this situation? And just by placing that and stating and reflecting, I'll sometimes very often get an aha. So that's a simple way how I use it and to kind of direct me in my life just on a situational basis.
That is cool. I also put in the unknown in mine.
Yeah.
I would say it's a bit of a specialty almost now.
Oh, good. Then we're on the same track. Yeah.
We are. And I must say that actually when I first got into constellations in a bigger way in 2014, I found videos of you guys on YouTube. So you have been part of my life for some time.
Oh, yes. Those early videos, sometimes we look back and say, wow.
Of course. So I'm really anxious to hear about your book. Tell me a little bit about your book.
Oh, well, we'd love to. Well, we're so excited. It's at the publisher right now and being printed so that we're having it delivered just in time for the conference. Talk about last minute, you know. Yeah. I mean, not last minute. I shouldn't say it that way. Perfect timing. We've been working on it for 2.5 years. And it's a culmination of our work, as you know, from over 10 years of doing the work. And I don't know if I can, I'm going to hold it up. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go.
Beautiful.
And it is called The Constellation Approach, Finding Peace Through Your Family Lineage.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's been published by Regent Press from Berkeley, California, a lovely press publisher that works with consciousness studies and things like that. So we're very grateful to them. So that's our part of our presentation.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what we've done with the Constellation Approach, Linda, and is that we've taken the 10 universal themes that are inherent to all families and created 10 constellations that we take people through in the book as exercises and as chapters. And then we also teach that in our immersion program with students. So everybody does a constellation on their family of origin. Everybody does their father's lineage and their mother's lineage and their siblings and illness and disease. So our book is about the themes that are inherent to all human beings, all families, no matter where they are.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing that at the conference. I'm going to have to bring an extra piece of luggage for all the books that come back.
I know. Well, maybe we'll have a tote bag that's free.
Carry on.
I was going to do my luggage as carry on, at least going down though.
Yeah, I think you better bring extra.
Okay, well, let's get on to our favorite topic, your workshop.
Yes.
Tell me about your workshop, please.
Good. So our workshop, our seminar, is called Brief Constellations to the Heart of the Matter, the 3 Words That Heal, and the Bow. And so this presentation is really based on the fundamental work that we learned from Bert Hellinger 10 years ago. Oh, gosh. I don't know how many years ago now, when we started studying the work back in late 90s. So a brief constellation is essentially what happens in any constellation is that once the entanglements get resolved and once the movement of all the people get resolved, it usually comes down to the client. So it always comes down to that brief moment where the interaction between the client and the representative, or the client and the representative for whoever that is. So that's really getting to the heart of the matter. So, and as Bert has taught us, that there are 3 healing words that are often used in those situations: please, yes, and thank you. So we'll be discussing how do you use those 3 words, and what those mean, and the energetics behind those, and then what happens when 2 representatives come together, or a client and a representative come together in what we call and have named the Vesica Pisces, the overlapping of the energy fields of 2 people, and what happens energetically, and then how you use those 3 words to heal, and then the bow. And again, how Bert has taught us the use of the bow, and then the 3 main bows: the head bow, the waist bow, and we've added another bow, the kneeling bow, because there's often a transition between the waist bow and the full prostration. A brief overview of that, and then giving everybody the opportunity to have an experience of having a brief constellation, choosing one of the 3 words that heal and the bow with a representative for their mother or their father or a sibling or a partner, whoever they'd like to work with. So it'll be an energetic and experiential experience for everyone who attends our workshop.
Cool. My goodness, this is exciting.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay. Well, this sounds like a fun workshop. Anything else to add?
I don't think so right now, Linda.
We covered it too.
Yes, yeah. I think we've really given you the heart of the matter.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Great.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And we'll be looking forward to seeing you at the conference in real time.
I know, it's so short coming up, isn't it? So
I know. It scares me almost. I have so much to do still.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mention that the conference talk is Brief Constellations to the Heart of the Matter, Jamy and Peter Faust. Thanks again.
Thank you very much, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Bye-bye.